So today we're going to be taking a look at how much I made in dividends for the month of June, and it was actually quite a bit. So let's go ahead and jump right in and take a look. So first we're going to jump onto my M1 Finance portfolio, which is actually where I kind of focus in on building a dividend income. So you can see right over here, we're going to go look at our total right here that we're sitting at, which is $6,961.64. And currently for the day, we are up 0.39%. This is money weighted return, by the way. For the week, we are up 1.09%. And it looks like for the month, we are up 0.61%. For the quarter, we're up 21.62%. And then for the year, we are currently up 36.67%. And then for our all-time on our portfolio, we are up 56.31%. Now, for those that really like the unrealized gains, let's go ahead and take a look in our holdings here. So our current unrealized gains is $348.84, which we are up 5.28%. Not too shabby for how the market's kind of been fluctuating up and down. But now let's go ahead and take a look and see how much we made in dividends, because we are dividend dentists on this portfolio. So let's go ahead and take a look. So right now, I'm right here. I already kind of organized everything here for dividends and then the date. So kind of just going over this list of dividends. On June 1st, we got paid out from Aflac for $1.31. Let me actually bring up my marker here so you can see that terrible line there. So we got June 2nd here. We got paid from Visa for 14 cents. And then on the 4th, we got paid a few times. One from CMI. We got paid 41 cents. I actually don't own them anymore. And then on June 4th, again, we also got paid out from Discover for a whopping $2.61. This was cool because I was dollar cost averaging when they dropped down from like $80 all the way down to about like 30 something dollars. Next up, we got Pfizer. On June 5th, we got paid out 49 cents. I'm currently dollar cost averaging on them right now because their stock has gone down. And then on June 9th, we had Johnson & Johnson. We got paid out 78 cents. I'm going to clean that up there. And then on the 10th of June, we got paid out from Target at 64 cents. So far, so good. We've been getting paid out quite a few times throughout this last month. Every couple of days, honestly. It was really nice to get these little paychecks. So on June 11th, we got paid out from Microsoft for 52 cents. And then on the 12th, we got paid out from 3M for $1.01. And then our monthly paying dividend stock on June 15th, which is Realty Income, ticker number O. They paid us $1.55. So we get that plus more every single month if I keep buying into them, which is always really nice. And then on the 18th, we got paid out from Home Depot for 93 cents. And then on the 26th, we got paid out twice. One from Kraft Heinz for $1.67, and then another on the 26th from Lockheed Martin, we got paid out 51 cents. This is actually one of the stocks I talked about recently that I'm planning on buying more in for the month of July just because of their current price point. Now, we also see here on June 30th, I got paid out from DLR for 82 cents, and then also on the 30th, we got paid out from Pepsi for $1.15. Now, I do have a spreadsheet where I plug all this information in. So just on the M1 Finance side, we're going to see here that we got paid out $14.53 for the month of June for 2020. Now, here's a really cool thing too. Before I get into what we made through Vanguard, which is the majority of the income we made this month, one thing we want to take a look at is June of 2019. If you look at right over here, June of 2019, we got paid out 3 cents, which is obviously nothing for the most part, but that is still a huge difference between, what we got paid a year ago and what we're getting paid now, because we're being very consistent and constantly investing. But here's another really cool thing too. Even if you look 3 months prior, which would have been March, because these months are typically when the same stocks are paying out those dividends, you could see here that's almost a $10 difference right over here, just in the span of 3 months, because we were investing more, we were dollar cost averaging. Obviously, a lot of the dividend yields were going up temporarily because the stock prices were going down. So this is just a nice difference between the two. The fact that we got $14.53, which single-handedly is the best month we've had so far, which then also makes us have the best quarter so far, which is quarter number 2, sitting at a total of $23.88, which is just so fantastic. Like, that is so cool to see. That brings our current total for the year of 2020 at $35.57. And I did have a member in my Facebook community, which if you're interested in joining, I'll have a link down below. They actually mentioned something about like this, the actual dividends earning kind of goes up and down. It seems a little inconsistent in like ETFs for the most part, but it also is true when it comes to your actual dividends. So I'll show you here on the screen. So you can see here that January, February, and March, they're not consistently the same. They kind of fluctuate up and down based off of, how many stocks you have and when they pay out. And, if you have individual stocks, it makes it easy because you kind of typically will know how much they're paying out every month. ETFs can be a little bit more sporadic, but typically, like we said, so March is typically a great month. So is June, like we just had. And then in September, we're going to have a great month. In December, we'll have a great month too, because the majority of the stocks that I own pay out in those months as well, as you can see with that $14. But, just always depends on the stocks that you own. So something to keep in mind in that process. Also too, if you're interested in getting this spreadsheet right over here, also check the link down below too. I'll have it down available for you to download for free. Now, before we go in and take a look at how much we made with Vanguard in dividends, one thing I do also like to talk about as well when it comes to building wealth and creating passive income with dividends is that life can honestly always take a turn for the worst during this process, right? Like we just never know. And personally, my wife and I have a term life insurance, and I highly recommend it to anybody else that I talk to. So if you're somebody who's maybe thinking about it or, wanting to build wealth for your family, definitely take a look at this stuff because it can really help you in case something ever happens. I'll have a link down below to a company I recommend called Ladder Life. They do help support this channel, so it helps me continue to provide free content just like this for you. But definitely it really helps out when it comes to making sure you protect your family if something were to ever happen. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop back into the Vanguard dividends. So with my Vanguard account, this is my retirement account as well as my wife's retirement account. So this is dividends we can't actually even use right now, but they are of course getting reinvested into the overall portfolios. So I have my dividends right over here. So on June 26th, we got paid out from VFIAX, which is essentially VOO, but for some reason it's just a different name here on Vanguard. So this one paid out a whopping $164.88. So I do have a healthy amount in there, which I did make a video for recently on the channel. You guys can go check it out if you want to know all three of the funds I have in my retirement. And then my wife has two retirements. One is a traditional IRA and the other one is a Roth. We are planning on converting the traditional to a Roth in the future, but for now, the traditional just stays there. So also on the 26th, same exact fund, she got paid out $14.54, and then in her Roth, again, same exact fund, and then she got paid out $21.59. So of course you could see she had more than her traditional and her Roth, so that's why she got more payout from it. And then if we go into the dividend tracker over here, I have multiple tabs at the very bottom, so if you download this, you can utilize the different tabs if needed to. So I jumped over here into my Vanguard tab. Now, based off of the funds I have with Vanguard, only one of them pays a quarterly dividend, which is, of course, here in June, and you saw with the VOO, or technically, VFIAX, that's what it was. But anywho, so right over here, you can see we got paid out a total for all three of them combined at $201.01, which was significantly higher than we got in June of 2019. So that's a significant increase of almost $50 right there. We're of course constantly investing into our retirement every year and reinvesting those dividends. So that's why we see a healthy growth. But the really cool thing too is this is actually the highest month we've ever got paid out, even in comparison to December of 2019, which is this one here. And the reason that's significant is because this one also pays out a lot of like the capital gains and some of the dividends as well for some of the other stocks we have in the portfolio. So that's right there, the 201.01 for June. So our total that we've earned from just Vanguard accounts themselves for the 2020 year is $361.04, which is awesome. Now I do have an all tab here on this group as well too, so we can see exactly where we're standing with all of the portfolios. Right now I didn't get paid any dividends for the month of June from Robinhood, so we don't have to worry about that. I don't normally have a lot that pays out in Robinhood. So you can see here with all of them combined, obviously majority is from Vanguard. We have $215.54 that we've earned in June, which is fantastic. Definitely still much higher than we earned in June of 2019. Best quarter that we've had thus far by quite a decent margin. Again, even over the Q4 of 2019, which is always a little hard to compete against throughout the year just because I get so many more payouts from that month. And so I'm pretty happy about that. Obviously, dividends are something that get me excited to continue to invest. I hope they get you excited to continue to invest as well too. But when it comes to getting dividends, sometimes it can be interesting to understand like where's your end goal, how much do you want to have. So if you're interested in learning about dividends and how much you can have in your account to make $1,000 a month, I want you to check out my video right over here. My name is Dennis, and I will see you in that next episode.